Few know this, but Thoth, the ancient master of invisible worlds, left behind a secret so powerful it can alter the very fabric of reality itself. A secret whispered through the ages, veiled in symbols, hidden in ancient texts and guarded by the wise, and yet it has always been here, pulsing beneath the surface of existence, a vibrational code, a sacred trinity of forces that govern the universe. Imagine a vast, infinite darkness, a cosmic ocean of silence. But in that darkness, a single pulse, a flicker of light, and from that light, a whisper that grows into a song that gives birth to stars, to worlds, to life itself. This is the primordial rhythm, the heartbeat of the cosmos. But it is not just out there. It is also within you. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every word you speak, all are notes in this cosmic symphony. This is the secret of Thoth, the master of wisdom, the divine scribe, the keeper of hidden truths. He revealed that everything is vibration, a dance of invisible energies, a harmony of forces that shape reality itself. And within this grand design, he uncovered 3 hidden forces that can transform your existence: the fire of will, the heart of love, and the word of creation. But this is not just a story of ancient gods or forgotten knowledge. It is an invitation to see beyond the illusion, to understand that you are not just a body, not just a name. You are a spark of this cosmic symphony, a wave in the infinite ocean of consciousness. And as you embark on this journey, you will learn to harness these 3 hidden forces to awaken the power that lies dormant within you. But be warned, once you see, you cannot unsee. Once you hear the truth, you cannot silence it. Are you ready to uncover the vibrational code of Thoth? Are you ready to step beyond the veil? The first force, the fire of will. There is a secret that sleeps within you, a spark, a flame, a silent force that has been with you since the moment you drew your first breath. It is not merely a desire, not just a wish. It is something far greater. It is the fire of will. Imagine a young seeker wandering through an ancient desert, lost beneath the unyielding sun. His throat is dry, his vision blurs, but his heart holds a whisper, a quiet promise that somewhere beyond the dunes lies an ancient temple, a place where true power can be found. Day after day, he walks. Nights turn cold, winds turn harsh, but still he presses on. What drives him? What force pulls his weary body forward when all else seems lost? It is the fire of will. In ancient teachings, this fire is not just a metaphor, it is a force, a primal energy that can turn dreams into reality, thoughts into form. Thoth, the ancient master, understood this truth. He taught that the universe itself is a great dance of vibrations, but at the heart of this dance is the fire of will, the force that sets all things into motion. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. Beneath the rhythm of your pulse, there is something more, a silent, radiant warmth. This is not just life. It is your will. Every choice you make, every action you take, is fueled by this invisible flame. But what is will? It is not mere wishing. It is not idle longing. Will is the force of conscious intention, the focused energy that bends reality to your desire. It is the spark that can turn a simple thought into a world-altering action. It is the power that can transform your existence, but only if you know how to ignite it. Imagine the young seeker once more. After days of wandering, he finally stands before the ancient temple. Its gates are vast and silent, towering above him, veiled in shadows. But they do not open. He pushes, he pleads, but they remain still. Exhausted, he collapses before the gates, his hope slipping away. And then, in the silence, he remembers the teachings of Thoth. Will is the key. Where there is true will, there is a way. With the last of his strength, he rises, not with desperation, but with focus. He does not plead, he does not beg, he commands. His voice echoes through the desert, and the gates tremble. They groan, and slowly they begin to open. This is the fire of will, the force that can move mountains, open gates, and transform lives. But how do you ignite this fire within yourself? How do you turn a passing desire into an unstoppable force? It begins with clarity. Your will is a flame, but it must be directed. A scattered will is like a flickering candle in the wind, easily extinguished. But a focused will is a blazing torch, cutting through the darkness. Look within. What is it that you truly desire? Not the fleeting wishes that pass like leaves on the wind, but the deep, burning vision that lies beneath your thoughts. Do you want to awaken your true potential? Do you wish to transform your life, to rise beyond your limitations, to touch the unseen truths of existence? Then focus your will. Speak your desire with clarity, not just with your words, but with your soul. Thoth taught that the fire of will is the seed of creation. Every great achievement, every work of art, every act of courage, all are born from this fire, but it must be tended, it must be nurtured, and it must be focused. Close your eyes again. In your mind's eye, see a vast, dark expanse, and in the center of that darkness, a single, tiny spark. This is your will. See it flicker, feel its warmth. Now breathe into it. With each breath, it grows. A spark becomes a flame becomes a roaring fire. And as this fire grows, see it radiate through your entire being, filling you with strength, with clarity, with unstoppable determination. Now take this fire and direct it. See a single goal before you, something you wish to achieve, something that calls to your soul. Do not merely wish for it, command it. Speak with the voice of your soul and see the fire of your will bend reality itself. But remember, true will is not born of desperation. It is not a force of fear or greed. It is the light of conscious choice, the power to create rather than to cling. It is the spark of divinity within you. The young seeker stood before the gates, and they opened because he did not plead. He chose, he willed, and so too can you. You are not a prisoner of fate. You are a spark of consciousness, a flame in the great dance of the cosmos. And your will is the fire that can shape reality itself. Practical exercise. Igniting your fire of will, find a quiet space. Sit comfortably, close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Visualize the flame. See a tiny spark within your heart, glowing softly. With each breath, see it grow, becoming a radiant flame that fills your entire being. Speak your will. In your mind, focus on a single goal, something you truly desire. Speak it aloud with clarity, as if commanding the universe itself. Feel the power. Allow yourself to feel the strength of your will, the radiant energy of the flame within you. Know that this is your power, your ability to shape your reality. Repeat daily. Each day, return to this exercise, allowing your will to become stronger, more focused, and more unstoppable. The fire of will is within you, but this is only the beginning. In the next chapter, we will unlock the second force, the heart of love, the radiant force that binds all things together. The second force, the heart of love. There is a force that moves silently through the cosmos, unseen yet ever present. A force that binds the stars to their paths, that weaves the threads of life together, that heals even the deepest wounds. It is the heart of love, the second hidden force of vibration, the purest frequency in existence. Close your eyes and feel it, not as an idea, but as a presence. A quiet warmth within your chest, a gentle pulse that whispers without words. This is not merely an emotion, it is the pulse of the universe itself, a radiant, magnetic force that flows through all things. In the teachings of Thoth, the heart of love is more than sentiment or fleeting affection. It is a primal energy, a divine light that aligns and harmonizes all things. It is the breath of creation, the song of the cosmos, where the fire of will is the spark of conscious intention. The heart of love is the radiant field that connects. All things, a force that transforms, that heals, that draws all souls towards their true essence. Imagine an ancient sage, a wanderer who walked the desolate paths of a barren land. His journey led him to a place where nothing grew, a lifeless desert where even the winds seemed tired. But the sage did not turn away. He did not despair. Instead, he placed his hands upon the parched earth, closed his eyes and breathed. His heart became a radiant sun, a beacon of light that pulsed with every breath. Love, pure and unconditional, flowed from his heart, not as words or wishes, but as a silent force. And the earth felt it. Cracks in the soil began to fill with light. Dry branches trembled, and leaves, long dead, unfurled once more. A gentle rain began to fall, and the barren land bloomed with flowers, vibrant and alive. This is the heart of love, the power to heal, to transform, to bring life where there was only emptiness. It is not a force of longing or attachment. It is not the grasping desire to possess or control. It is the quiet, boundless energy of pure being, the light that shines without seeking reward. But this is not just an ancient story. It is a truth that lives within you. Your heart is more than a mere organ. It is an energy center, a radiant field that extends beyond your physical body. Science calls it the toroidal field, a radiant vortex of energy that flows through and around you, radiating like a star. And this field is shaped by your emotions, by the quality of your love. When you feel fear, anger, or resentment, this field contracts, becoming dense, chaotic. But when you feel love, not just for others, but for existence itself, your field expands, becoming a radiant sphere of light. This is why love has the power to heal, to harmonize, to transform. It is not just a feeling, it is a vibration, a frequency that aligns all things. But how do you awaken this force within you? How do you cultivate the heart of love so that it becomes not just an idea, but a living force in your life? It begins with awareness. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your heart. Feel its quiet pulse, the gentle rhythm that has been with you since the moment you were born. But do not stop there. Breathe into it. With each breath, see it glow brighter, a radiant light that expands with every heartbeat. Now think of someone you love, not just in words, but in feeling. Let that love fill you. See it as a warm, golden light radiating from your heart, flowing outwards like a gentle breeze. But do not stop with one person. Expand this feeling. See this light touching everything: the air, the earth, the sky. See it as a golden wave that flows endlessly, embracing all of existence. This is not just imagination. This is the awakening of your heart's energy field. It is the force that aligns your being with the harmony of the cosmos. It is the power that can heal not only yourself, but all those you touch. But love is not just a passive force. It is not merely a feeling that rises and fades. It is a choice, an act of will. It is the decision to see beyond appearances, to recognize the divine spark in all beings, to forgive even when wronged, to give even when empty. This is the heart of love, the force that makes you a beacon of light in a world shadowed by fear. The ancient sage healed the barren land not because he spoke great words or performed great deeds. He healed because he became a channel of love. Pure, unconditional, boundless. And so can you. Your heart is a gateway, a portal to this infinite force. And when you choose to love, you become a vessel of this sacred energy. But how do you maintain this state? How do you keep your heart radiant, even when surrounded by darkness, by fear, by suffering? It begins with forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. To hold on to resentment is to close the gate of your heart. To judge, to blame, to condemn. These are the shadows that block the light. But to forgive, to release, to love without condition. This is the light that heals, and so the heart of love is not just a force that exists within you. It is a force that flows through you. It is the radiant light that you become when you choose to love, to forgive, to see the divine in all things. Practical exercise. Activating the heart of love. Heart awareness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and place your hand over your heart. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. Visualize the light. See a warm, golden light glowing within your heart. With each breath, see it expanding, radiating like a sun. Feel pure love. Think of someone you love deeply. Let that feeling fill your heart. Allow it to grow, becoming a radiant wave of light. Expand your love. Now expand this feeling. See this golden light flowing beyond you, touching your room, your home, your city, the entire world. Forgive and release. If any feelings of anger, resentment, or fear arise, gently let them go. See them dissolve in the golden light of your heart. Daily practice. Return to this exercise each day, allowing your heart's energy to become stronger, more radiant, more transformative. The heart of love is within you, but this is only the second force. There is one more. The word of creation. The power to speak reality into existence. The third force, the word of creation. In the beginning, there was silence, an infinite, dark expanse where nothing stirred and all was still. But from this void, a whisper arose, a single sound that echoed across the abyss, a vibration that danced through the darkness, and from that sound, light was born, worlds took shape, stars ignited, life began. This is the word of creation, the third hidden force of vibration. It is not merely speech, not just a collection of sounds. It is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the force that transforms thought into form, silence into song. Thoth, the ancient master, knew this truth. He called it the Logos, the sacred sound, the primal vibration from which all things emerge. He taught that words are not just empty sounds, but living vibrations that shape reality itself. Every word you speak, every whisper you utter, is a thread in the tapestry of existence. But this is not just ancient mysticism. It is a truth that flows through every moment of your life. Think of a time when words changed your world, a promise whispered in love, a harsh insult that left a scar, a word of encouragement that lifted your spirit. Words are not just sounds. They are forces. They can heal or wound, build or destroy. Imagine an ancient master who lived in a sacred grove, surrounded by towering trees and shimmering streams. His students would come to him with their worries, their doubts, their silent pains. But the master did not always offer advice. Sometimes he would merely speak a single word, a word that seemed to shimmer with light. And as he spoke, something miraculous would occur. One day, a young seeker approached the master, his heart heavy with sorrow. "Master," he pleaded, "I feel empty, lost, as if life itself has turned to ash." The master smiled, placed his hand upon the seeker's chest, and whispered a single word, spoken with quiet, radiant power. At that moment, the barren tree beside them burst into bloom. Flowers of golden light unfolded from its branches, and the air filled with a sweet, soothing fragrance. The seeker's sorrow melted away, replaced by a warm, radiant joy. "How?" he asked in awe. "How did you do that?" The master's smile deepened. Words are not just sounds, they are keys, keys that unlock the hidden chambers of existence. This is the power of the word of creation. It is not just a mystical concept. It is a force that you wield every day. Every thought you speak, every word you utter, is a vibration that ripples through the fabric of reality. But the question is, are you aware of the words you speak? Are you a master of your voice, or are you a prisoner of it? Think for a moment, how often do you speak without thought? How often do you say things you do not mean, utter words of doubt, of fear, of anger? Every word is a seed, and what you plant, you shall reap. Words of fear create walls. Words of love create bridges. Words of doubt create darkness. Words of hope create light. But this is not a call to silence. It is an invitation to awaken, to become a master of the word, to speak not as an echo of the world around you, but as a creator, a weaver of reality. For this is the true power of the word of creation, and it is the voice of the soul, the sound of spirit made manifest. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe. In the darkness behind your eyelids, imagine a still, silent void and a vast emptiness, but now see a ripple, a wave of light that pulses with a silent sound. This is the primal word, the sound that gave birth to the stars, the vibration that sings within your very being. Now think of a word, a single word that holds meaning for you. It could be love, peace, strength, or any word that speaks to your soul. Whisper it softly, and as you do, see it as a radiant light that blooms before you. Speak it again with focus, with intention, and see it ripple outward like waves on a still pond. This is not just imagination. This is the awakening of the word of creation within you. When you speak with awareness, with intention, your words become more than mere sounds. They become keys, keys that can unlock joy, peace, healing, and transformation. But how do you become a master of this force? How do you transform your voice into a tool of creation rather than a weapon of destruction? It begins with silence. Not the absence of sound, but the presence of awareness. Before you speak, pause. Feel your breath. Become aware of the energy within you. And then speak with purpose. Speak with love. Speak with truth, but there is one more secret. In the teachings of Thoth, the greatest power of the word is not just in speaking, but in listening. When you speak, you shape the world, but when you listen, you receive its wisdom. The ancient master understood this. His words were powerful because they were born of deep, silent awareness. Imagine the young seeker once more. Now he stands before the master, radiant with joy. "Teach me, master," he pleads. "Teach me how to speak words that heal, that create, that transform." The master's voice is soft, yet clear. First, learn to listen, for the greatest words are those that are born of silence, and so too must you learn. Listen not just to the sounds around you, but to the silence within. And from that silence, let your words flow like light, like healing rain, like the song of creation. Practical exercise. Creating your sacred mantra, sit in silence. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. Listen. Within. Allow your thoughts to settle. Listen not just to the sounds around you, but to the silence beneath them. Choose your word. In this stillness, allow a word to arise, a word that holds meaning, that feels true to you. It could be peace, joy, strength, healing, or any word that resonates with your soul. Speak with intention. Whisper this word aloud, gently but clearly. See it as a radiant light that blooms with each sound. Repeat and feel. Continue speaking this word, allowing its energy to fill you. See it ripple outwards, touching everything around you. Sacred mantra. If you feel called, create a simple phrase or mantra that embodies this energy. For example, I am light, I am peace, or I am love. Use it daily. Return to this mantra each morning, speaking it with awareness, feeling its power within you. The word of creation is within you. But this is only the third force. When you master all 3, the fire of will, the heart of love, and the word of creation, you become a true creator, a master of energy, a weaver of reality. The difference between energy and vibration, in the beginning there was only stillness, an endless silent expanse, a vast ocean of infinite potential, unmoved, untouched. This was energy, pure, formless, limitless. But then something stirred, a whisper, a ripple that danced across the still waters. And in that ripple, life was born. Stars ignited, worlds took shape, and existence itself began to dance. This is the secret of energy and vibration, a truth that lies at the heart of all creation. Energy is the raw potential, the silent ocean, but vibration is the movement. Upon it, the dance that gives it form, the rhythm that transforms possibility into reality. Thoth, the ancient master, taught that all things are energy, but it is vibration that shapes them. It is the silent song that weaves light into stars, that carves rivers through mountains, that turns silence into sound. And this is not just a cosmic truth. It is a truth that lives within you. Imagine a young seeker who wandered the sacred mountains, his heart burning with a question. "What is the secret of creation?" he asked every wise soul he met. But all he received were cryptic smiles, whispered riddles, and silent nods. Frustrated, he wandered further until he came upon a serene, still lake, its surface a mirror of the sky. There, an ancient sage sat by the water, silent but aware. The seeker approached, his voice filled with longing. "Master, what is the secret of creation?" The sage smiled, touched the surface of the lake with a single finger, and a ripple spread across the water, a perfect circle expanding endlessly. "This is energy," the sage whispered, his voice soft as the wind, pure, silent, formless. Then, with a calm, clear voice, the sage began to hum, a gentle, steady note that seemed to dance in the air. And as his voice rose, the surface of the lake began to ripple, swirling, dancing, taking on shapes, patterns, waves of light. "This is vibration," he said. "Energy is the silent lake. Vibration is the song that gives it form." And in that moment, the seeker understood. Energy is everywhere. It is the silent potential of all things. But it is vibration that brings it to life, that gives it shape, that transforms possibility into form. But this is not just an ancient fable. It is a truth that lives within you. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, all are energy. But it is your vibration that determines what that energy becomes. Your thoughts are vibrations. Your emotions are vibrations. Even the words you speak ripple through the fabric of existence. But what is vibration truly? It is movement. It is the pulse of energy. A still lake is pure potential, but a ripple is a vibration, an expression, a form. And this is true of your own life. Your mind is a field of energy, but it is your thoughts that give it form. Your heart is a radiant source of energy, but it is your emotions that create waves that ripple outwards, touching all you encounter. But here lies the great secret. Your vibration is not merely an effect. It is a choice. It is the way you choose to shape your energy, the way you direct your thoughts, your feelings, your voice. Think of your life as a vast, silent ocean of energy. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every word you speak, these are ripples, vibrations that move across the surface, shaping your reality. When you are calm, peaceful, your vibration is like gentle waves, soothing, harmonious. But when you are filled with fear, anger, or doubt, your vibration becomes chaotic, like a storm upon the sea. But this is not beyond your control. Just as the sage shaped the lake with his voice, so too can you shape your reality with your vibration. It begins with awareness. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the silence within you, a vast, still ocean. This is your energy. But now, notice your thoughts. Are they calm or are they restless? Notice your emotions. Are they clear or are they tangled? These are your vibrations, the ripples upon the lake of your being. And now, see that you are not just a passive witness. You are the voice, the force that creates these ripples. With each thought, you choose. With each feeling, you direct the waves. With each word, you cast new ripples across the ocean of your existence. But to become a master of this force, you must first understand it. Vibration is not just a concept. It is a living reality. And you have the power to change your vibration, to choose the waves you send out. Imagine once more the young seeker, now seated by the lake. This time he is silent, listening to the gentle hum of the sage, but then he begins to hum as well. At first, his voice is uncertain, wavering. The lake ripples, but the waves are scattered, chaotic. But as he breathes, as he focuses, his voice becomes clear, steady. The waves upon the lake become harmonious, dancing in perfect circles, radiant with light, and so too can you. You are not a prisoner of your thoughts, your emotions. You are the voice. You are the force that shapes the waves. But how do you take control? How do you change your vibration? Transform it from chaos to harmony? It begins with awareness, the simple, quiet recognition that you are more than your thoughts, more than your emotions. You are the silent lake, and you are the voice that ripples upon it. But then it continues with choice. Choose your thoughts wisely. Speak with love, with clarity, with truth. Feel with awareness, knowing that every emotion is a ripple, a vibration that shapes your world. Practical exercise. Observing your vibration, find stillness. Sit in a quiet place. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and bring your awareness within. Visualize the lake. In your mind's eye, see a vast, still lake. This is your energy, pure, silent, formless. Notice the ripples. Become aware of your thoughts. See them as ripples upon the lake. Are they calm or are they scattered? Listen to your voice. Now speak a word aloud. Notice how the sound creates waves upon the lake. Feel its vibration. Choose your waves. In your mind, choose a single, clear thought. A word of peace, of love, of harmony. Speak it aloud and see the waves become calm, radiant, harmonious. Practice daily. Return to this exercise each day, becoming more aware of the vibrations you create, the waves you send out. Energy is the silent ocean, but vibration is the song. That brings it to life. And you are the singer, the voice that shapes the waves. But this is only the beginning. Now that you understand the difference between energy and vibration, we will journey even deeper to the secret of aligning your vibration with your highest truth. The vibrational mirror, as within, so without. Imagine a mirror, clear, silent, perfect. It does not choose what to reflect. It does not judge, nor does it alter. It simply reveals what stands before it. But now imagine a mirror unlike any other. A sacred mirror hidden deep within an ancient temple. A mirror that does not reflect your face but your soul. A mirror that reveals not your appearance, but your true vibration, the thoughts you think, the emotions you carry, the beliefs you hold. This is the vibrational mirror, the secret revealed by Thoth, the ancient master. He taught that the world itself is such a mirror. As within, so without. As above, so below. These words are not merely poetic. They are a law, a truth that shapes all existence. The outer world is a reflection of the inner world. What you see around you is a mirror of what you carry within, but how often do you forget this truth? How often do you look at the world and believe it to be separate from you, a force beyond your control? How often do you see chaos and blame the world, see darkness and blame others? But the truth is simpler, yet far more profound. The world is not your enemy, it is your mirror. Imagine an ancient legend, the tale of a young seeker who heard whispers of a sacred temple, a place where a mirror of truth was hidden, a mirror that could reveal the soul's true nature. Driven by an insatiable longing for truth, the seeker journeyed through forests thick with mist, climbed mountains that touched the clouds, crossed rivers wild and furious, and finally he stood before the temple's silent, towering gates. Within, he found the mirror, or a vast, radiant surface that shimmered with a light not of this world. But when he stepped before it, he did not see his face. He saw storms, raging winds, dark clouds, shadows that twisted and clawed. Fear, anger, doubt all danced within the mirror, a chaotic, swirling storm. In despair, the seeker fell to his knees. "Is this my soul?" he whispered. "Am I only darkness and chaos?" But then a voice whispered from the silence, "The mirror does not lie, but neither is it fixed. As you are within, so shall you see without." The seeker closed his eyes. He took a deep breath, letting the storm within him settle. He thought of peace, of love, of light. And slowly the chaos within the mirror began to calm. The dark clouds parted, the winds fell silent, and a radiant golden light began to shine. When he opened his eyes, the mirror shone with that same golden light, calm, radiant, serene. This is the truth of the vibrational mirror. The truth that what you see around you is but a reflection of what you carry within. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, these are the seeds from which your reality blooms. If you see fear in the world, look within and see the fear you carry. If you see conflict, look within and see the anger, the judgment you hold. But do not despair. For just as the young seeker calmed the storm within the mirror, so too can you. The world is your mirror, but you are the one who chooses the image it reflects. But how does this truth manifest in your life? Look around you. Are there patterns that repeat? Conflicts that return? Relationships that fracture? Dreams that remain unfulfilled? These are not punishments, nor are they mere coincidences. They are reflections, mirrors of your inner state. Think of a time when you were filled with joy, with gratitude, with love. Didn't the world seem brighter, kinder? Even strangers smiled. Opportunities seemed to flow effortlessly. This is not magic. It is the law of reflection. As within, so without. But when you are filled with doubt, with fear, with anger, the world seems to darken. Obstacles rise, conflicts erupt, doors seem to close. But it is not the world that changes, it is you. And this is not a cause for despair. It is a revelation, a reminder that you hold the power to change your world by changing yourself. You are not a prisoner of circumstance. You are the creator of your reality. The world is your mirror, but you are the light it reflects. How do you use this truth? How do you transform your inner state so that the mirror of life reflects peace, joy, and abundance? It begins with awareness. Like the young seeker, you must first see your own storm. You must look within with honesty and courage to recognize the shadows you carry, the fears, the doubts, the resentments. But this is not a call to judge yourself. It is a call to see, to understand, to transform. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself standing before that sacred mirror, its radiant surface glowing with a quiet golden light. What do you see? Do you see shadows swirling with doubt, with fear, with anger? Or do you see light, calm, radiant, pure? And now breathe again. Feel a warm light within your chest, a gentle, soothing glow that grows with each breath. Let this light expand, filling your heart, your mind, your entire being. See the shadows within the mirror begin to fade, replaced by a calm, radiant glow. This is your true nature. Beneath the storms of thought, beneath the shadows of doubt, you are light, you are peace, you are love. And as you become this light within, so too will the world around you reflect it. But this is not just a silent truth. It is a living practice. Each day, as you wake, choose the vibration you wish to carry. Choose the thoughts you wish to cultivate. Choose the emotions you wish to embrace. And watch as the mirror of life begins to reflect this light back to you. Practical exercise. Mirror meditation. Seeing your true self. Find stillness. Sit before a mirror in a quiet place. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Observe without judgment. Open your eyes and look at your reflection. But do not just see your face. Look into your eyes. See beyond the surface. Recognize your state. Notice what you feel. Are you calm or are you restless? Are you filled with joy or with doubt? Do not judge, simply observe. Shift your vibration. Close your eyes again. Take a deep breath, and with each exhale, release any tension, any fear, any doubt. Fill with light. Imagine a warm, golden light glowing within your chest. With each breath, let it grow, filling your entire being. See the light reflected. Open your eyes again. See this light reflected in the mirror. Feel the peace, the love, the radiance within you. Eat daily practice. Return to this mirror meditation each morning, using it as a reminder that the world is your mirror and you are the light. It reflects. The vibrational mirror is within you. And as you master this truth, you begin to shape not just your inner world, but your outer reality. But the journey is not yet complete. We have uncovered the nature of energy, the power of vibration, and the secret of the mirror. But now we must take the final step, the art of aligning your vibration with your highest truth. The sacred field of the heart. There is a light that shines within you, a radiant warmth that pulses with every heartbeat. But this light is not just a poetic metaphor. It is a force, a field of energy that extends beyond your body, radiating in all directions. This is the sacred field of the heart, the strongest vibrational center within you, the source of your deepest power. Close your eyes for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the gentle rhythm, the quiet pulse that has been with you since the moment you were born. But this is not just a physical beat. It is a song, a silent hymn that sings to the universe with every breath you take. Thoth, the ancient master, knew this truth. He taught that while the mind is a powerful tool, it is the heart that is the true center of your being. The heart is not merely an organ of flesh and blood. It is a gateway, a portal through which the soul's light shines. It is the radiant sun at the center of your being, and its light is not just a feeling. It is a field, an energetic force that can be felt, seen, and even measured. This field is known as the toroidal field of the heart, an infinite loop of energy that flows outward from your heart, circles around your body, and returns to its center. It is a radiant sphere of light, a luminous aura that surrounds you, and its strength is determined by the quality of your emotions. When you feel love, joy, gratitude, this field expands, becoming a radiant beacon of light. But when you are consumed by fear, anger, or despair, it contracts, becoming chaotic, dense, and dark. But this is not just an ancient teaching. It is a living truth, one that science is beginning to uncover. The electromagnetic field of the heart is the strongest in the body, far more powerful than that of the mind. It can be felt several feet away from you, radiating like an invisible sun. But while science can measure this field, Only you can choose what it radiates. Imagine a sacred tale, the legend of an ancient priestess known as the healer of the forest. For generations she lived in a lush, vibrant woodland, a place where trees stood tall like silent giants and rivers whispered secrets to the earth. But one year, a great drought struck. The rivers dried, the trees withered, the leaves turned to ash. The forest, once alive, became a shadow of death. Desperate, the villagers turned to the priestess. "Save the forest," they begged. "Bring it back to life." But she did not bring water, nor did she call upon the sky to rain. Instead, she walked to the heart of the dying forest, closed her eyes, and placed her hand upon her chest. She breathed slowly, deeply, her heart becoming a radiant sun. And as she breathed, a gentle, golden light began to radiate from her, expanding in all directions. The dry leaves trembled, the withered branches seemed to shiver. And as her light grew brighter, a gentle breeze began to blow, and a soft rain began to fall. Flowers burst into bloom, leaves unfolded, and the forest came alive once more. This is the power of the sacred field of the heart. It is not a force of logic or thought. It is a force of love, pure, unconditional, radiant. And you too possess this power. Your heart is not just a source of emotion. It is a radiant sun, a living field of light that can heal, transform and create. But how do you awaken this power? How do you expand your heart's energy field so that it becomes a beacon of light in your life? It begins with feeling. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, bring your awareness to your heart, not just as a physical sensation, but as a center of light. Imagine a warm, golden glow within your chest, a gentle, radiant warmth that pulses with each beat. This light is not just an image, it is a living force, an energy that radiates from you. As you focus on this light, see it grow brighter, expanding beyond your chest, flowing outwards like a gentle, golden mist. It touches your body, your room, your world. With each breath, it grows, expanding further, becoming a vast sphere of light that surrounds you. This is the sacred field of the heart, a radiant, living aura that is shaped by your emotions. But this is not just an exercise, it is a living truth. As you radiate love, compassion, and gratitude, this field becomes stronger, brighter, more powerful. And just as it radiates, it also receives. Have you ever felt the warmth of someone's presence without them saying a word? Have you ever entered a room and felt a sudden sense of peace or a sudden sense of unease? This is the silent language of the heart. Your heart's field is not just a radiant light. It is a vibration that touches everything and everyone around you. But here lies the great secret. You are not merely a passive vessel of this energy. You are its source, its master. You can choose what your heart radiates, and in doing so you can choose what you experience. But how do you maintain this light even in times of darkness, of fear, of suffering? It begins with awareness. Just as the priestess stood in the heart of the dying forest and chose to radiate love, so too can you choose to radiate light, even in the midst of darkness. It is not a matter of denying pain or ignoring suffering. It is a matter of remembering that the light within you is greater than any shadow. But then it continues with practice. Each day you must return to your heart, to this sacred light, and choose to let it shine. You must forgive even when wronged. You must love even when hurt. You must give even when empty. For this is the true power of the heart. It is an endless, a radiant sun that cannot be extinguished. Imagine once more the priestess in the heart of the forest. Her light did not come from the sky, nor from some magical spell. It came from within her, a light she carried, a light she chose to share. And so too can you. Your heart is a sun. Your love is a light. And as you choose to radiate this light, the world around you is transformed. Practical exercise, heart coherence meditation. Awakening your sacred field, find a quiet space. Sit comfortably, close your eyes and place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. As you breathe, feel the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. Visualize the light. See a warm, golden light glowing within your heart. With each breath, see it growing brighter, expanding beyond your chest, surrounding you in a radiant sphere of light. Feel love. Think of a moment when you felt pure love for a person, a place, a memory. Let that feeling fill your heart. See it glowing even brighter. Expand the light. With each breath, let this light grow. See it flowing outwards, filling your room, your home, your city, the entire world. Return to this light. Whenever you feel fear, anger, or doubt, return to this light. Let it remind you of the love you carry, the radiant field that shines within you. Daily practice. Spend 5 minutes each day in this heart coherence meditation, allowing your heart's light to grow stronger, brighter, and more radiant. The sacred field of the heart is within you, but this is only the beginning. As you awaken this radiant force, you will discover that it is not just a field of light. It is a gateway, a bridge to the infinite. The hidden language of vibration, the power of sound in the beginning. There was silence, an endless, infinite stillness. But from that silence came a sound, a single pure note that rippled across the void, a whisper that became a song. And from that song, light was born. Stars ignited, worlds took shape, life began to dance. This is the ancient truth whispered by the wise, that sound is not merely a vibration, but the voice of creation itself. It is the hidden language of the universe, a force that can heal, transform, and awaken. Thoth, the ancient master, taught that all things are born of vibration, but it is sound that gives them form. From the silent depths of the cosmos to the quiet rhythm of your heartbeat, sound is the force that shapes energy, the bridge between silence and song, between the unseen and the seen. But this is not just ancient mysticism. It is a living truth that flows through every moment of your life. Think of a time when a single word lifted your spirit, when a song touched your soul, when the sound of rain soothed your weary mind. These are not mere sounds. They are vibrations, waves of energy that touch you, that shape you. But how does sound shape reality? This is the secret of cymatic, the ancient science of sound made visible. Imagine a still pool of water, silent, unmoving, but now a single note is sung, a pure, steady tone. And as the sound touches the water, ripples form, perfect circles, radiant patterns that bloom like flowers. This is not magic. It is the law of vibration. Sound is not just a noise. It is a force. And just as it shapes water, so too does it shape the world around you and even the world within you. Ancient temples knew this truth. They were not merely places of worship. They were chambers of sound. In the great temples of Egypt, sacred, chants were sung, their echoes vibrating through the towering halls. Monks in the mountains of Tibet sang mantras, their voices rising and falling like waves, harmonizing not just with the air, but with the very energy of the world. But this is not just a truth of the past. Even now, science is beginning to understand that sound is a force that can heal. Think of ultrasound therapy, where sound waves are used to heal wounds, to dissolve stones, to restore health. Think of binaural beats, where specific tones can shift your state of mind, bringing peace, clarity, or focus. But this is not just an external force. It is a power that lives within you. Your voice is not just a tool for speaking. It is an instrument, a vibration that can shape your reality. Every word you speak is a wave, a ripple that moves through the air, touching everything in its path. But sound is not just a matter of speaking. It is a matter of intention. A word spoken with anger can wound. A word spoken with love can heal. A silent whisper of doubt can darken the soul, while a quiet prayer can light the way. Imagine a mystical tale, the legend of a master who lived in a village touched by sorrow. Drought had struck the land, the fields lay barren, and the villagers were consumed by despair. They begged the master for help, but he did not bring rain. He did not call upon the sky. Instead, he walked to the center of the village, stood upon a silent hill, and began to chant. His voice was not loud, but it was clear. A deep, steady note that rose and fell like a gentle wave. As his voice echoed across the fields, a gentle breeze began to blow. The dry earth seemed to shiver, and the withered plants trembled, and as the master continued to chant, rain began to fall. Soft, gentle drops that kissed the earth, that filled the rivers, that brought life where there was only death. This is the power of sound, the power to align, to harmonize, to transform. But this is not just a legend, it is a truth that lives within you. Your voice is a vibration, a wave that moves through the world, shaping not just what you hear, but what you experience. But how do you use this power? How do you become a master of sound, a master of vibration? It begins with awareness. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, bring your awareness to your throat, the center of your voice. But do not speak yet. Feel the silence, the stillness that rests within you. And now allow a sound to rise. A gentle hum, a soft note that rises and falls like a wave. But do not force it. Let it flow naturally like a whisper of the wind. As you hum, feel the vibration within your chest, within your throat. Feel it radiate outwards like ripples on a still pond. This is not just a sound, it is a vibration, a wave that moves through your being, a wave that touches the world around you, but it is more than that. It is a carrier of intention. When you speak, when you sing, when you chant, you are not just creating sound, you are sending a message, an energy, a vibration that can heal, transform, or destroy. But to master this power, you must become aware of it. Do not speak thoughtlessly. Do not let your voice be an echo of fear, of anger, of doubt. Speak with intention, with love, with truth, and then learn to listen. For sound is not just something you create, it is something you receive. Just as your voice is a vibration, so too is every sound around you. The wind in the trees, the whisper of rain, the laughter of a child, all are vibrations, waves that touch your soul. Imagine once more the master who healed the village. His voice was not merely a sound, it was a wave, a vibration of love, of peace, of life. And so too can your voice become. But how do you begin? How do you use your voice as a tool of creation, as a vibration of healing and transformation? Practical exercise. Creating your vibrational chant, find stillness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Feel your voice. Place your hand on your chest and hum softly. Feel the gentle vibration within you. Choose your sound. Allow a simple sound or word to rise, om, ah, hum, or any sound that feels true to you. Chant with intention. Begin to chant this sound, letting it flow naturally. Do not force it. Let it rise and fall like a gentle wave. Visualize the vibration. As you chant, see the sound as a radiant wave that expands around you, a light that touches everything in its path. Choose your intention. Focus on a feeling. Peace, love, healing. Let this feeling flow through your voice. Daily practice. Spend 5 minutes each day with this vibrational chant, allowing it to align your energy, to bring peace, clarity, and strength. Sound is not just a noise, it is a force. It is the language, a vibration, the voice of creation. And your voice is not just an echo, it is a song, a wave that can shape your world. But the journey is not yet complete. You have learned of energy, of vibration, of the mirror, of the heart, and of the sacred sound. But now we must uncover the final secret, the art of aligning your entire being with the highest vibration. The alchemy of transmutation. In the ancient world, there was a secret art whispered in shadows, hidden in symbols, guarded by the wise. It was known as alchemy, the sacred science of transmutation, the art of turning base metals into gold. But this was never just a matter of lead and gold. It was a far greater secret, the power to transform darkness into light, fear into love, pain into wisdom. This is the essence of vibrational alchemy, the art of transmutation. It is not merely a skill. It is a mastery of energy, the ability to take even the heaviest of emotions, anger, fear, sorrow, and transform them into radiant light, into pure, living power. But what is transmutation? It is not a denial of darkness, nor is it an escape from suffering. It is the realization that even the darkest shadows are born of light. It is the understanding that within every wound is a seed of healing, within every fear is a spark of courage, within every loss is a hidden gift. Thoth, the ancient master, taught that all things are energy, and all energy can be transformed. Just as a flame can turn wood to ash, so too can the fire of your soul transform fear into strength, anger into clarity, sorrow into wisdom. But this is not just an ancient teaching, it is a living truth that flows through your life. Imagine an ancient parable, the tale of a master alchemist who lived in a humble, shadowed chamber surrounded by vials of strange liquids, glowing crystals, and ancient, dust-covered scrolls. To the untrained eye, he was merely a man of potions and powders, but those who sought his wisdom knew the truth, that he was a master of a far greater art. One day, a young seeker came to the alchemist, his heart heavy with sorrow. "Master," he whispered, "my life is darkness, my heart is burdened, fear haunts me and anger consumes me. Can you give me the secret of happiness?" The alchemist smiled, his eyes radiant with quiet light. "Happiness is not something I can give you, young one, but I can show you how to create it." He led the seeker to a large, silent cauldron, cold and empty. "This is your soul," the alchemist whispered. "Empty, waiting, full of potential." He then brought a small, dark stone, a dull, lifeless rock, heavy and cold. "This is your sorrow, your fear, your anger." The seeker looked at the stone, his heart sinking. "But how can such darkness ever become light?" The alchemist smiled again. "Watch." He lit a gentle flame beneath the cauldron. At first, nothing happened. The stone remained cold, heavy, lifeless. But as the flame grew brighter, a soft glow began to radiate from the stone. It trembled, cracked, and finally melted into a radiant, golden liquid that shimmered like sunlight. "This is transmutation," the alchemist whispered. The darkness was never separate from the light. It only needed the fire. This is the truth of vibrational alchemy. The truth that all darkness can be transformed, that even the heaviest of emotions can become light. But this is not just a story. It is a truth that lives within you. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel is energy. But this energy is not fixed. It can be changed, transformed, transmuted. Fear can become courage. Anger can become clarity. Sorrow can become wisdom. But how? It begins with awareness. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Feel your emotions not as labels but as energy. Is there fear? Do not fight it. See it as a dark, heavy stone within your chest. Is there anger? Do not judge it. See it as a burning coal, hot and fierce. But now, see a gentle flame within your heart. A soft, radiant light that pulses with each breath. This is the fire of your soul, the light of your consciousness. And as you breathe, see this flame grow brighter, its warmth surrounding the dark stone of fear, the burning coal of anger. With each breath, see the darkness begin to melt, to transform. The stone becomes liquid, a radiant, golden light. The burning coal cools, becoming a gentle, warm glow. This is not just imagination. This is the art of vibrational alchemy, the conscious transformation of energy. But this is not merely a matter of visualization. It is a matter of understanding. To transmute an emotion, you must first see it not as an enemy, but as a form of energy. Fear is not an enemy. It is an energy of protection, a force that can become courage. Anger is not a curse. It is a force of passion, a fire that can become clarity. Sorrow is not a punishment. It is a depth, a well of wisdom waiting to be uncovered. But to transform these energies, you must choose. Just as the alchemist chose to light the flame, so too must you choose to transform. But how do you do this? In daily life? How do you take this ancient art and make it a living force within you? It begins with 3 sacred steps. Recognition. See the emotion for what it is. Do not deny it. Do not suppress it. Name it, feel it. Recognize it as energy. Acceptance. Breathe into the emotion. Do not fight it. Do not judge it. Simply allow it to be. This is the flame that begins the process of transmutation. Transmutation. See this energy surrounded by light. Feel it melting, transforming. If it is fear, see it becoming courage. If it is anger, see it becoming clarity. If it is sorrow, see it becoming wisdom. Imagine once more the young seeker standing beside the alchemist. As the dull, heavy stone became radiant gold, the seeker's heart became light, his mind clear, his soul radiant. He smiled, for he understood the truth. The darkness was never separate from the light, he whispered. It only needed the fire. And so too with you. Your darkness is not your enemy. It is your teacher. your fear, your anger, your sorrow. These are not curses. They are energies waiting to be transformed. And the fire of your soul is the flame that can change them. Practical exercise. The alchemy of emotion. Transmuting darkness to light, find stillness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Recognize your emotion. Bring your awareness to any emotion you are feeling. Fear, anger, sorrow, or doubt. Do not judge it. Simply recognize it. Visualize the flame. See a gentle, radiant flame glowing within your heart. A warm, golden light. Surround the emotion. See the emotion as a shape or object, a dark stone, a burning coal, a heavy mist. Surround it with the light of your heart's flame. Breathe and transform. With each breath, see the darkness begin to melt, to transform. The heavy stone becomes golden liquid. The burning coal becomes a radiant light. The mist becomes a gentle, golden breeze. Feel the change. Allow yourself to feel the new energy, the courage born from fear, the clarity born from anger, the wisdom born from sorrow. Daily practice. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by a dark emotion, return to this practice. Choose to become an alchemist of your own soul. You are not a prisoner of your emotions. You are the alchemist, the master of your own energy. And the darkness you once feared is not your enemy. It is your gold, waiting to be transformed. But this is only the beginning. You have learned of energy, of vibration, of the mirror, of the heart, of sound, and of transmutation. But now you must learn the final secret, the art of aligning your entire being with the highest vibration. The vibrational blueprint, creating your reality. In the silence before creation, there was a dream, a spark, a vision held within the infinite. But this dream was not just an idle thought. It was a blueprint, a sacred design, a cosmic map that whispered to the void, "Let there be light." And from this blueprint, all things were born. This is the vibrational blueprint, the secret revealed by Thoth, the ancient master. It is the hidden code by which reality is shaped, the invisible design that turns dreams into form, thoughts into worlds, whispers into life. But what is this blueprint? It is not just a plan written on paper. It is a triad, a sacred trinity of forces: will, love, and word. These are not mere concepts. They are the 3 hidden forces of vibration, the pillars of creation itself. And when you master them, you become an architect of your own reality. Imagine a sacred tale, the legend of the divine architect, a master who designed not with bricks or stones, but with thought, emotion, and sound. His temples were not built by hands, but by his will, his love, and his word. When he wished to create, he did not gather tools or laborers. He simply closed his eyes, breathed, and spoke. The first temple he created was born of his will, a vast, radiant hall that rose from the earth like a sunlit mountain. He stood before the empty field, his heart filled with a clear, focused intention. He did not doubt, he did not waver. His will was a blazing flame, a silent command that shaped the very air. The second temple was born of his love, a sanctuary of light, its walls shimmering with a soft, golden glow. Here he stood in silence, his heart radiant with a quiet, boundless love. He did not need to speak. His love was a silent song that filled the air, and the walls of the temple grew, as if drawn by this sacred warmth. The third temple was born of his word, a chamber of pure sound, its walls vibrating like the strings of a celestial harp. Here he spoke, a single, sacred word that echoed through the heavens, a sound that became form, a vibration that became reality. But his greatest creation was not a temple. It was a blueprint, a sacred design that revealed the secret of creation itself. Will, love, and word, these were the tools of the divine architect. And so too are they the tools you possess. But what does this mean for you? It means that your life is not merely a collection of random events. It is a creation, a vibrational blueprint that you are designing, whether you are aware of it or not. Think of a moment in your life when you desired something deeply. A dream, a goal, a vision. Did you achieve it? Or did it remain a distant wish, a passing thought? The answer lies in the triad of creation. If your will was scattered, your focus weak, then your dream was a whisper lost in the wind. If your heart was filled with doubt, fear, or resentment, then your love was a flame choked by shadows. And if your words were empty, spoken without faith, then they were mere sounds, echoes without power. But when your will is clear, when your love is pure, when your word is true, you become a creator. You become the divine architect of your own life. But how do you create your vibrational blueprint? How do you bring your dreams to life, not just in thought, but in reality? It begins with clarity. Take a moment now. Close your eyes, breathe. In the darkness behind your eyelids, see a vast, empty space and a silent void, pure and formless. This is the field of creation. But you are not merely an observer, you are the creator. Now focus your will. Choose a single desire, a single dream, something that calls to your soul. See it clearly, not as a vague wish, but as a radiant vision. Feel the fire of your intention, the silent flame that says, "This shall be." But will alone is not enough. Now bring forth your love. Feel a warm, radiant light within your heart, a light that grows brighter with each breath. Feel this love flowing towards your dream, not as a desperate longing, but as a quiet, radiant warmth. You are not seeking, you are giving. You are loving this dream into life. And now, speak. Whisper a word, a single, sacred word that embodies your dream. It could be peace, abundance, healing, or any word that feels true to you. Speak it with clarity, with faith, with power. This is the blueprint. Will, love, and word. A focused intention, a radiant love, a spoken truth. These are the tools of creation. But this is not just a silent practice. It is a way of life. When you walk through your day, walk with will. A quiet, clear focus that knows what you are creating. Speak with love, not just to others, but to yourself. And let your words be true, not echoes of fear or doubt, but clear, radiant vibrations of light. But how do you maintain this blueprint? How do you ensure that your life reflects the truth you wish to create? It begins with alignment. Just as the divine architect did not waver, so too must you stand firm. Do not doubt your will. Do not cloud your love with fear. Do not let your words become empty. And then it continues with action. Creation is not merely a matter of thought or feeling. It is a living, breathing dance. When you choose, act with purpose. When you speak, speak with truth. When you love, love with all your heart. Imagine once more the divine architect standing in the silent field. His temples were not built by chance. They were born of his vision, his love, his word. And so too is your life. You are the architect, and your world is your temple. But this is not just a story. It is a truth that lives within you. You are not a prisoner of fate. You are a creator, a weaver of reality, a master of energy. Your thoughts, your feelings, your words, these are the tools of your creation. But how do you begin? How do you design your own vibrational blueprint? Practical exercise, creating your vibrational blueprint. Find stillness, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Clarify your will. Bring to mind a single dream, a single desire that calls to you. See it clearly. Let it become a radiant vision within your mind. Embrace with love. Place your hand over your heart. Feel a warm, radiant light within you. Let this light flow towards your dream, not as longing, but as a gift. Speak with power. Choose a single word that embodies your dream: joy, peace, success. Whisper this word aloud, letting it vibrate within you. Visualize the blueprint. See your dream as a radiant blueprint, a golden design that shines with light. Align your life. As you move through your day, let your thoughts, feelings, and words reflect this blueprint. Return to it each morning and watch as it takes shape. Daily practice. Each morning, spend 5 minutes in this blueprint meditation, allowing your dream to become a living reality. You are the architect of your own reality. Your will is the flame. Your love is the light. Your word is the sound. Together they form the blueprint of your life, but the journey is not yet complete. You have learned the secrets of energy, vibration, the mirror, the heart, sound, alchemy, and the blueprint. But now we must bring it all together. The final secret of mastery. The path of the vibrational alchemist. In the quiet depths of your being, a realization begins to dawn. Everything is vibration. Not a poetic metaphor, but a truth that hums at the core of existence. Every thought, every emotion, every whispered word, all are vibrations rippling through the fabric of reality. But you are not just a passive witness to these waves. No, you are the one who can choose the frequency you resonate with. You are the architect of your own existence, wielding the 3 hidden forces: will, love, and word. Will, the unyielding force that bends reality to your intent. Love, the sacred energy that connects and harmonizes all things. Word, the divine utterance that gives life to thought, manifesting dreams into form. These are not just abstract ideas, they are keys, powerful, ancient, and transformative. And now they are in your hands. Take a moment, close your eyes, feel the subtle hum of existence around you. Feel the pulse of life within you. That is your power, your vibration. And with each breath, with each thought, you are sculpting your destiny. But knowledge without action is like a sword left in its sheath. So I invite you now, not just to listen, but to practice, to let your will become a beacon of purpose, your love a bridge of connection, and your words a spell of creation. As you step away from this journey, remember, you are not just a soul in a body. You are the vibrational alchemist, the weaver of reality, the master of hidden forces.